Well, Jacelle and I have been in this for a real long time. So, and it's a lot of stuff like you guys are seeing this season where, the whole world wasn't privy to, some of the stuff that Jacelle and I was going through, like, or the times we separated or that we were broke up, even while we were engaged or even while I was still wearing my ring, we had moments where it just was like not happening. But and things happened during those times when we weren't together.
So, you thought Young Joc and Kendra were finally in a good place? Baby, buckle up, because just when folks thought their relationship had survived all the drama, the truth came out and it's messier than ever. An explosive fight went down in public, and let's just say Joc did not hold back. People watched in shock as voices were raised, accusations were thrown, and Kendra dropped a bombshell that left everyone gasping. But here's the kicker. There's proof that this wasn't just an argument. Something serious was exposed, and the betrayal? Oh, it cuts deep. Joc wasn't just mad, he was humiliated. And the reason behind it? A name that no one saw coming.
It's hard living this life.
No, it really is. So I just got a text from my wife. It's a text to me and her mom. She said, "I'm divorcing Jacelle, mom. A blog has accused him of cheating on me, so I'm done." Like, that's what I'm dealing with in real life. Like, in real life, see what it says? Yep, the girl who used to work for him. So this is what I'm really dealing with, and that's I'm gonna be as transparent as I could be, because this is what happens when you play like this. You play on people's lives. You play on whatever they may be dealing with, and they have to deal with real circumstances. So this is what I'm dealing with this morning. Yeah.
Yung Joc and Kendra have never had what you'd call a smooth relationship. From the moment they got together, folks were already raising eyebrows. Joc, known for his past with multiple women and that undeniable player reputation, was always on shaky ground with Kendra. And Kendra, she tried to stand by him, but let's be real, she knew exactly what she signed up for. Their relationship has been a roller coaster filled with cheating allegations, public arguments, and moments that had people wondering why they even stayed together. There was that time Joc was caught in some compromising situations with other women. Kendra forgave him, or at least that's what she wanted the world to believe. But behind closed doors, whispers of trust issues never really faded. And recently, things had been feeling off between them again. Word on the street was that Kendra had been questioning Joc's loyalty again. But this time, it wasn't just about another random woman. People close to the couple noticed tension building, and it was clear something was bubbling under the surface. Then there's Scrappy, Joc's longtime friend. These two go way back, and through all the drama, they've always had each other's backs. So when things started getting weird between Joc and Kendra, nobody expected Scrappy to be involved, but what happened next? No one could have seen this coming. It all went down at a high-end lounge in Atlanta. Witnesses say Joc and Kendra walked in together, but the vibe was already off. Kendra looked annoyed, Joc looked stressed, and people could feel the tension in the air. They weren't just having a casual date night. This was a full-blown showdown waiting to happen. And then, in the middle of the lounge, in front of everyone, Kendra shouted, "You're a joke. That's why he's better than you." The moment those words left her mouth, the whole place went silent. Everyone turned to see Joc's reaction, and baby, it was not pretty. Jaw snapped. Tables went flying, glasses shattered, and people started pulling out their phones, recording everything. Joc was yelling, security was rushing in, and Kendra, she was just standing there, cool as ever. That's what really set Joc off. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted to humiliate him in front of everyone. Security had to step in before things got even worse, but the damage was already done. Everyone in that lounge knew something serious had just been exposed. But the real shocker? Well, this wasn't just some random fight. It was about who Kendra was talking about. Just as security was dragging Joc away, someone else walked in. Scrappy. And let me tell you, the moment Joc laid eyes on him, it was like everything clicked. He put two and two together, and you could see the realization hit him like a truck. It's him. You've been sleeping with Scrappy. The whole room went dead silent. Scrappy looked like a deer caught in headlights. And Kendra? Instead of denying it, she just stood there and smiled. That smug, knowing smile that told everyone the truth. And that was it. The internet lost its mind. Within minutes, videos of the entire fight hit social media. People were analyzing every second, every reaction, every word, Joc's humiliation, Kendra's boldness, Scrappy's guilt. It was all out there for the world to see. And just when you thought this couldn't get messier, it gets worse.
I'm gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too.
Yeah,
Because guess what? Let me tell you something. I didn't go to college. Guess what?
Fine.
I want my kids to go to college. So we can say that right
good.
now. I don't want them to go that direction. I want them to go to college. I can say that with you too.
Right.
But don't sit here in front of the world, in front of a medium, and say, oh, I wouldn't want my son or your sons to be like you. Hold on. Nah, we gotta you gonna put some respect on my name. Because at the end of the day, I'm successful. I take care of my kids.
Okay.
Ain't none of my kids out here in dire need of love and support. So we ain't gonna do that. Okay? Because I don't appreciate that. Because there's some things about you that I could say I wouldn't want my daughters to do.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to do that. I respect you and I love you enough.
I want this magazine to know
no. I
what
respect
it is about
integrity.
me you don't want your daughters
I'm not going to do that.
like.
I'm not going to do that.
Be my guest.
I'm not
gonna be slighted, honey.
I'm not gonna do that. That's where we have to draw the line.
So the internet had zero chill after this went down. The moment footage of Joc losing it in the lounge hit social media, everybody had something to say. People were cracking jokes about Joc getting played, while others were in absolute shock over Kendra's boldness. Some were even calling it the most disrespectful breakup of the year. And let's not forget the folks who had always warned Jocs about Kendra. They were out here with the "we told you so" posts, eating this drama up like a 5-course meal. And just when the dust started to settle, Kendra and Scrappy were spotted together later that same night. Oh yes, they were out in Atlanta acting completely unbothered, no shame, no remorse. And get this, Kendra was literally rocking Joc's chain. Now let's just pause for a second. Not only did she betray Joc in public, but now she's out here flaunting the same jewelry he probably bought for her. The disrespect is unreal. Meanwhile, back at home, Joc was losing it. Witnesses say he was pacing back and forth, throwing his phone, talking to himself in rage, and honestly, can you blame him? The entire world was watching him take this massive L, and now his longtime friend was out here winning. But Joc wasn't just gonna sit back and take this L. Well, he had plans. If Kendra and Scrappy thought Joc was just going to cry about it and move on, they had another thing coming. First move? Cutting Kendra off financially. Joc had been helping her with business ventures, making sure she was set up nicely. But now, that gravy train came to a full stop. Word on the street is, he's already removing her from everything tied to his name. And Scrappy, he got cut off too. Joc had been working on music projects with him, giving him business opportunities, but not anymore. Joc pulled the plug on everything, leaving Scrappy scrambling to figure out his next moves. And let's really talk about the mess Kendra left behind. JOC's legal team is already looking into financial records. And guess what they're finding? Allegedly, Kendra was spending Joc's money on luxury trips with Scrappy. Yep, while Joc was out here thinking he was funding their lifestyle together, she was out sipping cocktails with his so-called friend. Now there are even rumors that Joc might take this to court. Word is, he's looking into filing a lawsuit for emotional distress. And honestly, with all the humiliation he's been put through, nobody would blame him. But if you thought Kendra and Scrappy were feeling guilty, not even 24 hours after this whole mess blew up, Kendra hit Instagram with a story post. Just a black screen with 2 words, "excuse me." Well, she knows exactly what she's doing. And Scrappy, he didn't stay quiet either. He posted a selfie smirking with the caption, "Loyalty is everything." Now fans were furious, calling for them to be canceled. Comments were filled with people calling Scrappy a snake and Kendra a mastermind. A person wrote, "Kendra really played the long game on Joc. She stayed quiet through all his mess just to turn around and do this? Nah, that's next level petty." Another one added, "Scrappy has been shady for a while, but to do this to his own friend? That's straight up betrayal. Joc might be messy, but he didn't deserve this." But here's the real question. Was this just a fling? Or has Kendra been playing Joc this whole time?
So it's your father losing his multi-million-dollar business for another. You checking on him. You ain't checking on me.
Hold on, let me talk.
But you checking on.
Let me talk.
Man, sick of this.
Just when people thought this scandal had hit its peak, an unknown source came through with receipts, and guys, these messages are messy. Screenshots of alleged text between Kendra and Scrappy surfaced, and let's just say this affair wasn't some spur-of-the-moment mistake. The messages suggest that this had been going on for months. We're talking about secret meetups, late-night messages, and even plans to be together long before Kendra and Joc's drama blew up in public. One of the texts from Kendra reads, "I'm tired of sneaking around, but I can't let him find out yet." So she was planning for this to come out eventually, and here's where it gets even worse. Carly Red apparently tried to warn Joc. Now, we all know Carly stays in everybody's business, but this time, she might have actually been trying to help. Rumors say that months ago, Carly pulled Joc aside and told him to watch his back. She allegedly told him that Kendra had been a little too close with Scrappy, but Joc brushed it off. Maybe he didn't want to believe it, or maybe he thought Carly was just being messy, but either way, he ignored the warning, and now the betrayal cuts even deeper, because let's not forget, Scrappy wasn't just some random dude. He was Joc's friend. They had history. They worked together. They ran in the same circles. The fact that Scrappy looked Joc in the eye and pretended everything was cool, all while sneaking around with Kendra, that's cold. And trust me, this ain't over, because Joc is about to go all in with his next move. Joc might have taken an L in the public eye, but he's not staying quiet. Word on the street is he's about to spill all the tea in an exclusive tell-all interview. And this isn't just about Kendra and Scrappy anymore. Insiders say Joc is ready to expose Scrappy for more than just this affair. What does that mean exactly? We don't know yet, but some fans think Joc might have receipts of his own. And if he decides to air them out, Scrappy better brace himself. And let's not forget, Joc might still take this to court. Between the money Kendra allegedly spent behind his back and the emotional distress this scandal has caused him, Joc could file a lawsuit. And if that happens, Kendra and Scrappy might have to answer for a lot more than just public humiliation. Right now, all eyes are on Joc. Everyone's waiting to see what his next move will be. And something tells me Kendra and Scrappy aren't ready for what's coming next. So what do y'all think? Did Kendra and Scrappy take things too far? Should Joc fight back or just let it go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, because I got more wild betrayals and cheating scandals coming your way real soon.